Hello, welcome to another episode of Cooking with AI. As always, I'm your host. Until I'm not, then I'm not, right? So today, what I'm going to do is got some good old Bubba smash burgers. We did this once before, where I'm going to make my own little barbecue sauce type thing to go on top of it. I also got some beer brats. I'm actually going to use a Heineken, cook them in the beer brats, so the onions and all that in it. And I'm trying something new. I'm going to make my own French fries here. So I got some red potatoes, just a small handful. That way, if they're not any good, not wasting a lot. If they come out pretty good, I might end up getting some of the bigger Yukon Goats or Idaho potatoes. I don't know, whatever, the big brown ones. That's what I like to say. The good one for baked potatoes. I'll get those and try it again one day. As always, I got my energy drink, my Alani. Here we go. So we get everything cleaned out of the way. What it wants me to do first is get these potatoes kind of washed off, and then we're going to cut them down. We can leave the skin on these red ones, and to me it tastes pretty good with the skin on. Once I cut them, and once it is soaked in cold water for about 20 minutes, this helps pull out a lot of starch and stuff like that, it said, according to AI. But in the meantime, what I'll do, I'll get out my beer brats, I'll get them going in the skillet, add the beer to it, add the cut some onions, add it to it as well. I'll just cook all the onions inside there. So when I'm done, we can put those on top of the smash burgers. I got my big pan over here, so I do all my smash burgers, do probably 4 or 5 or something like that at first. If you make a double decker, I might do all 8 of them, just to be honest, just so it's easy. How many's in there? Yeah, there's 8. Probably just cook all 8 of them in the pack. So first thing first, we'll get our knifey poo. Here we go. All right, so I'm gonna cut these potatoes. Like I said, I just got a few potatoes here. It won't only work from a quarter to about a 1/2 inch. If you don't know how much that is, just guess. I'm not gonna sit here and measure them. They look like fry material to me, right? It'll be little French fries, baby fries. So we're gonna do our baby fries here. See how these come up. It was interesting reading the instructions for that because it wants me to soak them. Just kind of understand pulling out some of the starch, that kind of stuff. Then I do a quick cook just for a few minutes. I think it's like 5 minutes or something like that. Take them out, let them rest. And I sprinkle a little cornstarch on them, gives them more of a crisp. But you let them actually dry, cool down a little bit, and then you do a second frying to give them that, as AI loves to use the term, restaurant level taste. And the funny thing is, as many times as I've cooked burgers, I've done it a couple of times with the smash burgers, it gives me a different recipe almost every time. It's kind of weird, but oh well. I guess it's learning more and more because I have some, have a beef roast aside. I'm gonna do a barbecue tomorrow. It's thawing out here later. I'm gonna I have some seasoning. It's called Rub the Butt. I mean, it's gotta be good, right? But it's a mixture of chipotle pepper, smoked paprika, garlic, onion, all that good stuff. So it has a lot of seasonings already built into it. And it highly recommends to get out the beef chuck, dry it really well, then rub all sides, the edges, the front, the top, everything, and then let it chill in the fridge overnight. So that's the seasoning really kind of soak and marinate into it. So we're going to do that tonight, and then tomorrow I'm going to throw it in the crock pot before I leave for work. We'll put it on high. It takes about 5 hours on high, and that's normally how long I'm going, about 5 hours. So I'll set a timer. That way when I get back, I can take it out, shred it, pull it apart, add the rest of my barbecue sauce and everything to turn it into a barbecue, and go from there. We got some country style beans we'll go with it. And then, I don't know if I'll make my own Hawaiian roll type. I don't know how good I am with that. I may need a bread maker or something for that. I don't know if I can do that in the oven or not. But if not, I'll make coleslaw and have the baked beans to go with it as well. Alright. So even though this is only little 5 little red potatoes, you see it's quite a bit in the way of fries go. So next, I'm gonna soak this in cold water for about 20 minutes. And that time we'll get going. The frying part will be pretty quick and easy. I'll get the beer brats going first. Had to wrangle up our little bull calf out there and put a halter on them. We got a Culture Fest day coming up this week. They want us to bring our little miniature cattle in. So we're bringing in the mama and the baby. That'll be kind of cool. They're both, the mama's really tame. We do a lot with her. We always think about bringing her son, but since we have the baby, and then CB, our sire, one of our herd sires, we have to get him out and work with them anyways. That way, because in 2 weeks, we got the air show again. We've been to the air show before with him. That's back when he's only about a year old. So, he did well. Helicopters landing, airplanes landing. We was there for a nonprofit, my wife's a CB, so he's there for them. And we'd walk around. He has a vest on with a bunch of different military patches, pretty cool. We need to get a donate to pet me sign to put on. That way people can stuff money in his vest while we're walking around with him. His biggest problem was dogs. He's always getting around behind them. You know, like cows, they don't like anyone to come up from behind. Otherwise, he did really well. Kids, everybody was real good. So we'll get him out, we'll walk him around, test him, see how he's doing. Of course, we always bring our trailer and all that good stuff just in case. But like I said, we're going to slice these up. I'm going to probably cut half of it anyways, really fine. And the other half I'll cut in slices so we can put it on top of the burgers easy. Peel this sucker. But we are getting down to nitty gritty. Got about 3 weeks left to school. The way it falls is final start. Of course, a lot of times we have students ahead of the schedule, so we'll get them through a little bit quicker. The final is a 3-hour ordeal. All that good stuff, of course. And there we go. So, I'm gonna do here. Let me get this skillet going. Read my instructions, make sure we're on the right step. So, I wash the potatoes, cut them into fry shapes. They're soaking to remove the starch. When that's done, I'll drain and I'll dry them very well. Now we're starting the beer brats. I'm going to do 1 beer, half an onion. I'm going to pour the brats, beer, and onions into a skillet. Simmer them for about 15 minutes. I don't boil them. Then I'll remove the brats, save the onion, and then we'll brown them later right before we serve. We'll fry up the potatoes. So I'll move the skillet to the back, leave it on heat. I'll heat oil to about 325. I'll fry the potatoes 4 or 5 minutes. Remove them, let them rest 5 minutes. Then I'll increase the heat and fry them again for another 4 minutes until golden crispy. Okay. Red potatoes, oil, salt. So we got pepper, garlic, and paprika. And then once I get the second fry going, I'll start my smash burgers. I'll do salt, pepper, and my smoke the butt rub. I'll flip, add cheese. I'll throw brats back on the grill or in the skillet, brown all sides. Add the onions back in at the end with a splash of the beer to really cook them. that's it. So I add some of the paprika and garlic powder to the fries once they're done. I'll get them out, I'll dry them real good. I'll season them real good, probably put it all in a bag, so, you know, toss them around, throw them in the fry the first time, get out the cornstarch for the second time. So here it wants El Birro. And again, I said do not boil them. So I'm gonna cook these on about probably a 6 on the heat. We add in our brats. This way it soaks in the beer taste. Now after that, wants me to sprinkle in el onions. All right. All right. Got all that going. Let me get a spoon. So I got 12 minutes left. So when this is about halfway, I'll flip all these beer brats around. And then we'll cook them the other half, one side and the other. We'll finish cooking them at the end when we drain the beer and all that good stuff. So what we'll do is a little Worcestershire, a little shashot mixed together. We'll use that for our topping with our rub. So they're gonna come out a little bit different than what we normally did, but we'll improvise, right? All right, about 3 minutes in, we're still going, everything looking good. As I said, the burgers will be the last thing to do. We'll throw these brats back in on the skillet. We'll kind of drain most of the beer off, of course. Throw those in at the end. While they're browning each side, I'll do the burger at the same time. The fries will be cooling. Everything will be done at once. We'll have some smash burgers, we'll have some beer brats, and then we'll have some French fries. I think it all come together pretty good. The fries come out pretty good. Like I said, I might try it again. I know there's a little grate you can do fries and all that good stuff with, but about as easy to cut it by hand. One less thing to clean as well, right? I currently got this turned down about a 4. Like I said, you don't want it to boil. You just want it to be right above or below that. Now it does recommend either canola oil or vegetable oil. Oh, where I did not look was hot honey. Wow, she's gonna she's gonna get me. And then that's sweet teriyaki. Don't we use it, do we? Okay. And the hot honey now. What did I do with my vegetable oil? I'm back. Alright, so it's been almost 6 minutes. Go ahead and flop these once. Like I said, this is just cook with the flavor, let it cook through. A few more minutes left, then we'll take the brats out. I'll leave the onions cooking up in the beer. And then we'll start the fries. We'll do the first frying. I'll probably use this deep pan right here, this one. I'm gonna put the oil in there. I got my thermometer. I'll see what a 6 does, see if it gets up about 300 degrees. It wants at 300 degrees on the first frying for about 5 minutes. Take them out, let them rest for about 5 minutes. Throw them back in, get it a little bit hotter. Throw them back in for another 5 minutes. What I'm gonna go ahead and do is go ahead and start draining them. Because it said 10 to 20 minutes soaking. It's been 15 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and get them drained. You can see they get out quite a bit of starch on them. Water came out of there white. Alright, so the cows have arrived, so someone must have some food out there or something. Or it's just Lily. She wants food either way you go, whether you caught her or not. She's gonna come for food. That is for sure. Alright. Now what I'm gonna do is add my little bit of garlic, a little bit of paprika. Like everything. I think no paprika came out of that. You can see here I'm mixing up my garlic. A little bit of paprika recommended. Alright, I got all my seasoning blended in. So now, I need to get me a pan ready. So that right there allows that to rest. We'll start this now. May have to do this in 2 stages, I don't know. Let me check something right quick. I'll be right back. Alright. So the goal is to get our oil up to about 300. This ain't gonna work anyways because it only goes to about 240 degrees. Guess we're gonna guess and check this one. Well, we got it boiling a little bit, so it's gotta be getting over 220 degrees anyways. Or 212 is boiling point, whatever it is. We'll give it just a couple more minutes heat up. Then we'll drop our fries in for about 5 minutes. We'll pull them out. Once we pull them out, we'll set them aside. We'll let them rest 5 to 10 minutes. Once that's done, we'll add them back. I'll go ahead and drain most of the liquid off the other skillet. We'll put it on high and we'll sear the bratwurst at that point. In fact, it may be better to do that. Since I only run the small line anyways, I went ahead and put the frying oil in the back. Let it keep heating up. Let me see if it's over the 220 threshold yet. It shot up to over 200 pretty quick, so still climbing. We'll give it just a few more minutes here. Good thing, once we strain this out and drain it, it'll be good. Just cook the broth on there. It'll brown up the onions, caramelize them. We'll finish out the bratwurst, cooking both sides, you know, probably 7-8 minutes each side till it browns real good. And in that time, we'll get the other side going for the smash burgers. They're already frozen. I can probably do, you know, 4 on here at one time, then take them off to the other 4. Got my barbecue sauce mixture now. I got my seasoning, so I'll put on my seasoning, put on my sauce, then put it down on there, let it cook, you know, 4 minutes each side roughly. Okay, I'm gonna say that's pretty close where we need to be. If not, I may have to do 2 batches here. Maybe not. All right. So I got my first fry in. Let's see, I took out my brats. Move the brats, save the onions. We'll brown them later when we're serving. I got, it says a medium heat, but that little pot don't cook too well. We want them soft and pale in this first cook. We'll let them rest. Then we'll do a second frying it hotter. I'll just let that oil keep cooking while I'm got them to the side. And we'll fry again until they're golden and crispy. Heat skillet or griddle very hot. Place frozen patties down. Smash immediately. Hard press. Season. Salt, pepper, your rub. So I'll do the salt and pepper, a little bit of that rub sauce, and then the barbecue sauce on top. Smear it in. Then I'll flip that so it cooks in, season the other side. Most of the time I have to do another flip to make sure everything cooks in good. And then we'll do a final, after I do the second flip with the sauce, I can put a piece of cheese on half of them. That way I got them with cheese. And then I'll take them off. In the meantime, while I'm doing that, I'll finish the brats. It takes about, like I said, anywhere from 5 to 7 minutes, it says. We'll cook the onions as well at the same time. They'll brown them up for us. That should get everything cooked up pretty good. So I'm gonna let these fries cook. They've been in there 2 minutes. I'll probably cook them more than 5 minutes just because the oil didn't quite get to the temperature I wanted. It was a little bit under. So I'll just let them cook a little bit longer. We're looking for the pale and crispy. My onions are doing good. So once I get the first batch of the fries out, get them on a plate, let them rest. Then it'll be time that I can put the brats back in, start the burgers, of course, and they can all cook together at the same time. By the time I get all that going, get the first flip or so of the burgers or the first 4 off before I put the other 4 on, I can put the fries back in, let them cook the last 5 minutes. Then everything should cook up about the same time, be pretty nice. So I'm gonna just keep letting this beer cook out some. And then we'll take and strain it here in a minute. I'll keep everything going about the same pace. I guess they make little fryers, you know, a little oil fryer. I don't know how it works, but just do it on the stove. Let's see how it works, right? That's all we can do. Let me go ahead and get out my burgers, get them ready. As you can see, these are the Bubba burgers, the actual name brand Bubba burgers, smash burgers. They come out really well like this. I actually bought these as on accident during 4th of July a year or 2 ago and realized, man, these are really good, these little things. Cook them real quick, double stack them on some buns with some cheese and lettuce, tomato, and worked out really well. We've been kind of buying them ever since then. Another good thing, you can just cook them right out of the box frozen. You don't have to thaw them right like that. You just throw them on there, it takes a few minutes. So I got my burgers ready. Got my brats ready to go back on. And you could have done all this on the grill as well, if we wanted. In fact, the first time I cooked them is how we cooked them on the grill. Or I say I cooked them. My wife cooked them the first time on the grill. If you're cooking on a gas grill or anything like that, we always put the tin foil down to hold all the juices, keep it from leaking through, and it don't create such a mess. You just roll all that up, throw it away when you're done. So it worked out really well. Now they've been in about 4 minutes. Like I said, I'm gonna let them cook probably another 4 minutes. It looks like they're just now getting to the point where I probably should have had the oil to begin with. I mean, it's boiling as soon as I put it in. I'm gonna say it's 300 something degrees easy right now. I will have to strain this out in a minute, strain this beer out. I'll just strain it into my bowl I have here. Let it cool off. I can pour it down the drain. Let me give me a paper plate or two to get ready to catch those fries. I need to find me something to scoop with. I need a scoop a trooper. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my skillet hot over here. Put my burgers on it. Start getting my juice drained here for my onions. Crank this up a little bit. Just another minute or two. It ain't quite. They cook them till they're pale. They're not quite pale yet, so I'm gonna let them fry on up some more on my fries. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get everything browned up good. Like I said, I'm going to do 2 at a time, or 4 at a time. That'll be 2 rotations. Oh yeah. Oh, as these onions caramelize, we can make sure all this cooks up good. Just starting to brown on each side. Like I said, we're going to let them sit a few more minutes. Let me see if I can take these out. A little oil to that. I'm gonna let that rest. Said 5 to 10 minutes, so I'm gonna give it at least 5 minutes. I can see why. It cooked them through good, so now I'll let them kind of cool off, and then it goes back in and really crisp with the outside edges. In the meantime, we're gonna give those a couple more minutes. They're tasting pretty good already. Let those cook a couple more minutes, and we'll flip them again. All right, these have been resting about 4 minutes so far. We'll let it keep going. Give them a few more minutes, and we'll add them back to the oil. That way, its final frying will just crisp up everything really good. I'm going to put that on high. I can get that as hot as I can get it. I do still have 4 more burgers to cook after that. Let me get a couple of plates here to put everything on. Alright, I'm going to add the fries back in. It's been a solid 5 minutes. Simmer down now. Simmer down. I'm looking good. Well, just another minute or 2 on those fries. They're getting pretty crispy right now. That's good. I'm going to turn the eye off. Calm down. I'll scoop them out, put them on a plate. Next time I'm going to use some paper towels on that plate to soak up some of that oil as they come out. Only half of them will be with cheese. Oh, here I am. Come on, you can do it. And as you can see there, that needs just a couple more minutes over here. Flip them for pretty much the last time. We'll get a taste test on this. Here I am. Of course, I asked my son what he wanted to eat. Everything was his answer, so should have figured that one. Make up some plates here. Just the way my son likes it. Extra messy. All right. So I got my homemade fries, my brats, and my smash. As always, thanks for watching. See you next time.